Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I'm lucyk macdonald, and I'm really happy to be here with you today. It's been an exciting time. I think for some people it's been up and down and up or whatever. It's been a real time of action. So I want to talk a little bit about that right now. I'd like you to go to something called News Inside Out. News Inside Out is a channel that's been produced by one of the tribunal war crimes judges, Alfred Weber. So Dr. Weber put together a couple sites. One is called Exopolitics, and it's actually for citizens' actions and class action lawsuits that we're doing simultaneously. We can go across the board in 118 countries right now. We're set up to start taking in your complaints and what we can do to help you in the COVID situation, because it's violating not only the law of the land, it's violating sovereignty. It is violating basically as acts of war, treason, high treason, and again, worse crimes against humanity. So whether it's from the masking or it is from going into you can't go shop where you want to anymore, to people are dictating what you can do and cannot do, which is outside reason. They're becoming forceful. They are, again, creating harm, cutting off your airway, telling you what you can eat, you can't eat, where to go, what to mask, where to walk, what area to find. There are solutions to this. You're discerning about the children, that sort of thing. Let's talk about some solutions. So one of it right there, I hope you can see, is a little chair. It's got a little hot underneath with some again, multiple T's underneath, just steaming up through a hole. It could be a ball chair or something like that. I want you to look at these things at steamychick.com and Red Tent Wellness. I want you to learn the art of steaming, because that's what's stopping the corona response. Again, viruses is okay. I love having a viral response because it tells me something needs to be cleaned out or detoxed. In this case, could be the glyphosate. As a nurse, it's incumbent upon me to tell you that what they're doing is incorrect. You need to do your own studies that I did at News Inside Out with Dr. Robert O. Young, Dr. Ross Anderson, and recently with Gene the Decoder, all the Navy insiders. We're going to talk a little bit about the decoding going on and what's going on with the hashtag Save the Children, the adrenochrome, the closing of the deep underground trafficking bases here in cartels, and taking back our streets and our land. So I want you to take a look at that at News Inside Out. If you want to take a stand, rather than just being out on the corners masking and everything else and holding up signs, then take this one step further. So we're going to do that. The other thing in the interim, what I want to talk a little bit about is spring water, and again, how to make your own remedies at home for very little cost. What you can do, we've got what's called a plate here, and this plate just holds some spring water. It can attach into any iPad, phone, or whatever you want. System here is called the Genius Insight Biofeedback at Genius. You can look at the energy, the aura. You can see the kind of damage, what's happening with the 5G towers so they get converted over, and see what we can do here. So again, you can actually start running different frequencies and sound waves through solfeggio notes, frequencies along that line. And again, in here, you can start looking at to see if there's a viral response or what's causing it. So it can actually do tox scans. It can go in and do spinal energy. It can do a wealth of information and stuff like that. So you can play the different tones. You can pump it into your water and then use it to drink or to put it in steams, herbs, or enemas. So I want to bring this to your attention because it's really important that we can do this and teach you and help you. Again, there's no cost to trying this out, and you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain, and you might save a loved one. So, for example, my chiropractors now, because of the issues with the vaccine, they want to take it in their hands. They're now using the spinal program. And again, you can do your own adjustments. Let's say you are a herbologist and you want to keep going. Again, you can test your clients and create herbology water now. It will pump it right in through that, again, imprinting plate. So there's some pretty fun things we can look in here too. Those people that are dealing with the shikona bark and stuff like that, if you don't know, that's natural quinine. I'm telling you, we can do some pretty wild stuff here. And shikona bark, which is actually here. So you can see shikona bark. I want you to take a look. That's natural quinine. Not orange peels, not lemon peels, not grapefruit peels. Again, quinine is quinine, and that's called shikona bark. It's also known, get this, Jesuit's bark. barking up the wrong tree. Anyway, ozone, whatever it might be, all sorts of things can be imprinted. And for those people who have never heard of Jesuit's bark or Peruvian bark or Shakona bark, I think that's to take away your sins. So again, very simple, very easy to do. If you don't want to get it, get the Genius Biofeedback. You can take a look at that, make some steam chairs, and let's have some fun. So if you have any questions or answers, let me know. It's about getting back to Law of the Land. I think it's time to get ready. We're getting to go camping here. And again, peaceandspace.org, or go to Project Ascension, or get a hold of me on Facebook. Thanks for being here, and look forward to seeing you shortly. And any questions? Don't hesitate to ask. That's all I got to say. Okay, so let's talk later. Give me a call.